Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're tackling a huge question. How do you actually build AI agents that can work on their own in software development? Well, the secret might be to stop thinking of them as just tools and start treating them like new teammates. So let's really unpack this vision for a second. We're not talking about a glorified spell checker for your code. No, imagine an agent that's basically a senior engineer on your team. One that doesn't just flag problems, but proactively suggests, hey, what if we made this more efficient? Or this could be way more readable. That's the future we're aiming for. Okay, but that's a huge leap, right? You can't just flip a switch and give an AI that much power. It immediately brings up this massive question of trust. I mean, how do you get comfortable letting an agent make real independent changes to your production code base? The biggest hurdle here isn't the tech itself, it's building that confidence. And the answer, it turns out, is something we all kind of know already. Think about it. When a new person joins your team, you don't just hand them the keys to the kingdom on day one, do you? Of course not. You let them earn that responsibility. And it's the exact same idea with AI. Autonomy has to be earned, not just given. So how does any new teammate, whether they're human or AI, actually earn that trust? Well, it's like they're in a continuous interview. They have to prove themselves in two key areas: competence and alignment. All right, first up is competence. This is the absolute baseline. Can the agent actually do the job? And I don't just mean can it get it right once in a blue moon. Can it do the work successfully and reliably time and time again? Yeah, a competent AI isn't about those wow moments that happen randomly. It's all about predictable, consistent quality. We're talking about an agent that generates really high-quality code, sure, but it also has to handle those tricky, complex scenarios. And crucially, it has to learn from your feedback, making steady, stable improvements. It can't be a black box either. It needs to explain why it's doing what it's doing. And a huge piece of this is something called latent learning. The best way to think about this is the AI's ability to just soak up your team's culture. You know, all those unwritten rules and coding styles? It learns over time, just like a human would. And it stops giving you generic advice and starts thinking like a real member of your team. This is such a great way to think about reliability. You know those automated tests that are flaky? The ones that sometimes pass and sometimes fail for no obvious reason? You just stop trusting them, right? But a test that always catches regressions, that becomes an indispensable part of your workflow. The AI has to earn that exact same level of I can count on you dependability. Okay, so let's say your AI is competent. It's a rock star coder, fantastic. But is it a good teammate? That brings us to our second and honestly just as important interview question: alignment. I mean, this example just nails the danger of competence without alignment. Picture this. Your whole team is scrambling, fixing last-minute bugs before a huge release. It's all hands on deck. And then the AI, completely oblivious to this chaos, decides now is the perfect time to refactor some minor function for a tiny performance gain. It's not helping, it's actually just creating noise and making things worse, completely undermining what the team is trying to do. And this is why you need both. It's really that simple. Competence answers the question, can it do the job? But alignment asks the more subtle question, is it doing the right job at the right time? One is about the quality of the code, the other is about making sure that code actually helps the team's mission. You absolutely cannot have real autonomy without both. So how does an AI even build this kind of trust? Well, it's not like you just wake up one day and decide to trust it. Nope, it's a gradual process, something you can almost think of as a career path for the AI agent. And this really gets to the heart of it. We only give the agent more responsibility as it proves itself. It's a step-by-step process where it has to consistently show it's both competent and aligned. You know, this path looks a lot like how a junior developer grows. At first, the AI is just an assistant, right? It just offers suggestions, and a human has the final say. Then, once it's built some trust, maybe it graduates to handling small, safe tasks on its own, like auto-merging simple fixes. From there, it gets more proactive, identifying potential issues. And finally, it reaches that ultimate level of trust where it can initiate and execute its own improvements completely autonomously. But here's the thing.
The AI doesn't just grow up in a vacuum. For this whole career path to work, our role as developers has to change a bit. We become its manager, its guide, really its mentor.
We have to actively guide the AI's growth. That means giving it clear goals in the right context so it knows what to do and why. It's a feedback loop. We calibrate its behavior and help it reflect on its work, which just accelerates its journey from a simple tool to a truly valuable partner.
And if this entire process sounds super familiar, it's because it should. These are the exact same things we do when we're mentoring a junior engineer on our team. We're not inventing some crazy new process here. We're just applying a proven, human-centric way of growing talent to our work with AI.
So when you put it all together, when you build trust through this gradual, intentional process that focuses on both competence and alignment, you end up with a really exciting picture of what AI can be in software development. And this gets to maybe the most important point of all. This isn't about replacing developers. Not at all. It's about creating a powerful partnership. It's about building an AI teammate that can take on all the repetitive, grunt work, which frees us, the human developers, to focus on what we're best at, solving complex, creative problems that have a huge impact. So, in the end, the road to AI autonomy isn't some single, giant leap of faith. It's paved with a bunch of small, deliberate steps that build trust over time. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about for your own team. What's the very next intentional step you can take to start building that trust with AI?